Hello, everyone. Today we will be presenting the impact of globalization on business cultures, convergence versus diversity. This group. It's integrated by Misael Alcázar, Rebecca Andrade, and myself, Fabiana Machuca. Next, please. In this presentation, we'll be discussing about first introduction and basic definitions, then the advantages and disadvantages of cultural convergence, and the benefits and challenges of respecting cultural diversity. Next, please. So first, what is business culture? Business cultures are shaped by a country's history, tradition, values, and social norms, which influence organizational behavior, decision-making processes, and leadership styles. Then the convergence versus diversity. The convergence, it refers like to the adoption of similar practices, systems, or norms across borders to streamline operation and facilitate international collaboration. For example, the standardized software or management practices, for example, the SAP systems, like they are used globally. And then the diversity, this represents the recognition and incorporation of local customs, languages, and practices to improve relevance and effectiveness in different markets. For example, Coca-Cola adjusting its marketing messages to reflect like local festivities. Next, please. Now I'm gonna give you more examples of about convergence and diversity. The first one, the convergence. For example, English being as a lingua franca. For example, approximately 1.5 billion people speak English globally, making it the dominant language in international business, diplomacy, and academia. Then the diversity, for example, McDonald's adapting to local markets in India, that they don't have beef products due to the cultural preference, and they are almost vegetarian. Also in Japan, that they have seasonal offerings such as the ebi burger that it's made out of shrimp. The next, please. So this is important. Why understanding business cultural matters? Because it enhance cross-cultural communication and collaboration. It also reduces misunderstandings in international negotiations. And the globalization drivers to have free trade agreements like NAFTA, European Union, to have global supply chains, and to increase the mobility of professionals and ideas. Thank you. Next to Misael. Next to Misael, please.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Salió?
Misael, you have the Microsoft off.
Now, we are going to see the advantage and disadvantage of cultural convergence. Next. So first of all, we are going to start with advantage, where we can see that standardization makes faster and more efficient processes. We also have increased collaboration, where international teams working under the same system, it's easily to them to work with persons that are from another part of the world and already understand the way the workflow or the way that the things are made. So this helps with the productivity and time spent in certain tasks, among other things. The economies of scale is also one of the advantage because reduced costs by maintaining uniform practices. In the next one, we are going to see the disadvantage of the cultural convergence. First, we have loss of cultural identity. If everybody start making the same things or very similar, we lose what make us unique part of our culture, and the processes as we make different things, we can lose part of the identity of our country, society, etc. The resistance of local employees to foreign practices. An example can see the friction between foreign corporate leaders and local employees due to differences in work ethics. Because what we made here in Ecuador, it could be seen as not ethic or moral at all in another part of Europe. So this could be one of the disadvantage of the cultural convergence. Next one. Now we are going to see about the gold standard. The gold standard, it was where when money used to be backed by gold. This means that each dollar was redeemable for a specific amount of gold. The US Reserve couldn't issue more money that what it had in its gold reserves. But in the 1970s, the US eliminated the gold standard because the demand of money it was higher than the supply of gold. So this allowed the US to not be limited by the quantity of gold that they have, so they can print more money and establish new things inside their own economy. Our current form of currency is considered fiat money, meaning that its value is established by the backing of a government. The health of economy backs the dollar value. With economic results, the dollar can decrease in value through inflation and international exchange rates. Next one. So we have to understand that money and currency are not the same thing. Money is a system of perceived value that allows the exchange of goods and services. An example is the US dollar, euro, Japanese yen, silver, and gold coins that can be also used as money, and finally cryptocurrencies. But currency is the physical form of money issued by the government and used within a particular jurisdiction. The currency can lose value over time. Example of this one are also the US dollar, euro, Japanese yen, and every other physical form of money issued by a government.
So now we're going to see some benefits and challenges of embracing cultural diversity. So cultural diversity in business mean basically respecting and also adapting to different cultures that have their differences in the moment that they operate. These also approaches can bring significant benefits, but it also comes with certain challenges. So, some benefits of cultural diversity. First, it makes a strong relationship with customers and local communities. Companies that show respect for customs and values are better received and built by trust. For example, Starbucks adapts its menu to local preference, such as offering matcha tea in Asia. And second, it fosters creativity and innovation. Multicultural teams bring diverse perspectives, enriching these decisions making and generating original and effective ideas. So, in summary, respecting diversity not only enhances a company's reputation, but also at the same time drives success through innovation and also strong connections with its markets. So now we're going to see some challenges of respecting cultural diversity. So, however, respecting diversity also present important challenges. One of them is additional costs, as companies need to invest in training to understand also local cultures. So, moreover, managing multicultural teams can be a little bit complex. So, as it requires handling very different leadership and communication styles. So, for example, Some companies face communication problems due to cultural differences among employees, which can show process and create also different misunderstandings. So overall, respecting cultural diversity requires time, resources, and sensitive leadership to overcome this type of challenges. So in conclusion, both diversity and convergence have benefits and also challenges, but neither is one size fits all strategy. Companies must find a balance that allows them to global while staying connected to local cultures. Thank you.
There's
So now to finish up with the presentation, we would like you to ask some questions based on our previous presentation. So the first one is, which strategy do you think is more effective, convergence or diversity? And if you select one, please tell us why. Second question, can you think of an example of a company that has successfully embraced cultural diversity? And third but not least, what cultural challenges do you think companies face when entering new markets?
tres.
Thank you so much.